What's up everybody, this is Jose from Southern Life. On today's video, we're going to be looking at the top 10 best places to retire in the state of Florida. Why do people retire in Florida? Tropical weather throughout the entire year, beaches throughout the entire state. These tropical vibes and great weather are the reason people choose Florida over other states when they retire. Before making this video, I looked at other YouTubers' top 10 lists of places to retire in Florida, and the lists were absolutely pathetic. These are wannabe realtor, wannabe real estate advisor type people, but they don't know anything about Florida. They probably just recently moved from New York or something. Uploading videos about real estate crashes. These people are complete fools. They know nothing about the state of Florida, and anybody that looks at their list and knows the state of Florida knows that these people are completely out of their element. It's easy to get on the microphone and make a video about Florida and get that big YouTube check, putting out information that's completely misleading. On our channel, we don't use file photos. Every video you're looking at here is a place that I went to, I recorded. We are the real deal. We're approaching almost 3,000 videos on this channel alone. These aren't my only YouTube platforms. There's a distinction between getting your YouTube information from some wannabe realtor goofy type of dude and getting your information from somebody who actually puts in the footwork. So on this list, I'm gonna give you 10 places that you can retire in Florida. And keep in mind, we're not talking about places you can move to start a life with kids, family, and look for a job. This video is solely for the purpose of retirement. And that is where Florida really shines through as a good state to live. It's a great place to live if you're in retirement. And the people that are retiring today are doing it at an earlier age, and they're looking for different things than the people of 10 or 15 years ago. People are wanting different things, and that shows in places like number 1, Naples, Florida. It's no longer about the golf course. People want the beach vibes. They want those tropical palm trees. Dining, shopping, and access to amenities and healthcare are more important to people nowadays than they were in the past. When people are looking for a place to retire, they come with a list of expectations. And places like Naples, Florida usually are going to check off under every single category. And this list is based off of regional areas, not just the city themselves. So places like Bonita Springs and Marco Island are going to fall under number 1 for Naples, Florida. While Naples is an expensive place to buy, there's a reason why it's expensive. And if you're retiring to Florida, chances are price tag may not be a problem. You're mostly concerned about getting safety, access to good beaches, and a place that's calm, safe. And you'll find these places all along the Gulf Coast of Florida. Moving on to number 2 is the Venice and Englewood area. This is between Charlotte County and Sarasota County. The city of Sarasota is not on my list. I think it's become too hectic. There's too much traffic, and it's become more of a place for younger people to live. And the retirement areas that are good are a little bit further south. You'll find jetties, beaches, piers, amenities, shopping, brand new communities that have everything you need included. There's also places like Northport and Rotonda West where you can buy a home on a regular plot if you want a more laid back and calm type of lifestyle without the HOAs and association fees. Area is growing dramatically fast. You can still find places that are semi-rural, calm, yet still close enough to the things you need. This is definitely an area you should look into if you want to be in Southwest Florida, but don't want to be part of the chaotic traffic jams. Number 3 is Crystal River. Now this region is absolutely a hidden gem of Florida. To the south is the metropolitan area of Tampa, and to the north is the Big Bend region. It gives you access to places like Tampa and Orlando while still living in a very calm setting. From regional events to boating, there's a lot to do in this area. The weather is almost perfect. Whether you enjoy fishing, outdoor activities, manatee watching, or just getting out and enjoying nature and a beautiful sunny day of life, you'll find that in Crystal River. Being much more affordable than other regions of the state, with less people, it's more of a relaxed, calm place to enjoy small town life and still not be too far from more fun things to do. Citrus County remains a top destination for people who are retiring and don't want that chaotic lifestyle of other places of Florida. Moving on to number 4, New Smyrna Beach, located on the southern tip of the Daytona area, are beautiful places like Port Orange as well, areas that have beautiful natural settings, access to beaches. You can even drive your car directly to the beach. I cannot emphasize enough how important that is for people who may not have the best ability to park far away, walk long distances. That's definitely a problem in places like Sarasota and Naples. Here, you pay your $20. You can park your car right on the beach. That's great for families, people who have a little bit of mobility issues. There's so many benefits to a place like that. You're not far from Orlando and Daytona, which means if you have family visiting, people coming over, there's definitely plenty of events and activities to do. And you're also not far away from the space launch centers. Plenty of amazing things to do along the Florida East Coast. A little further up the East Coast is the beaches of Jacksonville, with places like Fernandina Beach, Punta Verde, Atlantic Beach, Jacksonville Beach. Anything in Duval County that's along the coast is really nice, and it's a lot more affordable. You can actually almost get a house right on the beach for the same price tag as it would cost to buy a home somewhere else further south in the state of Florida. It's a little bit more affordable around Jacksonville. There's still a lot of inner city crime within the metropolitan area, and that is one of the downsides to going with this area. But if you stick along the coast, it's nothing but beautiful coastal vibes. St. Johns County, just south of Jacksonville, is a great area that stretches all the way to St. Augustine. And in this region of the state, you're going to find some of the best beach vibes. This is an overlooked area. St. Johns County still has the second highest income in the entire state of Florida, so it's a good place to go. Number 6 is Boca Raton. Stretching from the beautiful beaches of the Atlantic all the way to the Everglades, you'll find communities like Coral Springs, Parkland. These places are gorgeous suburban settings. If you're a snob or you like art, entertainment, festivals, things to do, there's so much going on in this part of the state as far as inner city vibes, places to go out for dining, nightlife. There's so much to do here. So if you're looking to retire in Florida, but you're still young at heart, then the Boca Raton area is something you must check out. You'll be able to flick off complete strangers in traffic on your way to some of the most amazing diversity of restaurants in the entire state of Florida. Then honk the horn at somebody else on your way back to some beautiful beaches. So if you're a city snob, then Boca Raton is definitely a place you should check out. Moving on to number 7. Port St Lucie. Now this place is also on the east coast of Florida, and it's a great option for people who want to be in Southeast Florida but don't want the chaotic lifestyle, traffic, and absolute bunch of old snobs that are found in other parts of the state. It kind of reminds me of Naples, with really nicely planned out communities. Traffic here usually flows very smoothly, and there aren't too many crossroads, which means if you're in Port St. Lucie, chances are you're doing something in Port St. Lucie. It's not like an area that has traffic from all over. It's just kind of a calm, relaxing setting. Everything here is brand new, from the palm trees to the roads to the houses. It's pretty much a new growing area, and I think you'll really enjoy it if you want a calm lifestyle but you still want to be close to the east coast of Florida. Seems like people here are just level-headed and just enjoying their retirement. Anything from Port St. Lucie all the way back down to Jupiter is a great little section of the east coast. Moving on to number 8, Dunnellon, not to be confused with Dunnellon. This is probably the only section of Pinellas County that I could ever see myself living in. This is a gorgeous section of the Florida West Coast, and you got places like Clearwater and St. Petersburg not too far away. Honeymoon Beach Park. These are the northernmost beaches along the west coast of Florida. There's really great shopping, especially heading into Clearwater. This feels like a small little town, even though it's part of a larger metropolitan area. And despite the fact that it is part of the Tampa metro area, it really does feel small. People are friendly. The vibes are very relaxed, very slow pace. This is a great place to retire if you really still want to keep enjoying life. Dunnellon and Palm Harbor are great options. If you move a little bit further north, by the time you get to Tarpon Springs, it really starts to go downhill, especially along US 19. Moving on to number 9, the Fort Myers area. This is the entire Lee County. You got places like small towns like Bokeelia that are on an island. You got places like Buckingham that are semi-rural. You got places like Cape Coral, which are similar to Port St. Lucie in that it's a new area. There's so much different diversity of landscapes in Lee County that the Fort Myers area could really be the place for you to retire. Even places like Lehigh Acres that in the past had a bad reputation are really cleaning up and on the come up right now. Just stay out of North Fort Myers. That's pretty much still thinks it's 1996. The only improvements they've seen of the modern age are pharmaceuticals without prescriptions. And by the way, while we're here, if you're looking to move to the Fort Myers area, southernlifeyt@gmail.com. Hit me up and I'll point you in the right direction. I can even do consultations if you're moving. It's like $200 for 2 hours. Number 10. Did you guys think that I was going to forget about the Florida Panhandle? The area around Destin is really nice. The first time I went up there, I thought it reminded me a lot of my hometown Naples. Fort Walton Beach, Niceville. There's so many options in this area. These are some of the most beautiful beaches in the entire state, with the downsides being that the water temperature here is a lot cooler than other parts of the state. If you want to spend into the millions, places like Seaside and Rosemary Beach offer some incredible options. This is a popular retirement option for people in the deep south because they were already coming to these Florida beaches for a lifetime. During the winter, traffic along the beaches can be almost unbearable. But if you want to live in a almost dreamlike place that people fantasize about living year-round, then this is definitely it. Alright guys, that was our list. And I did forget to put Inverness. That's what we're looking at now. It's right outside of Crystal River. It's another great little place to retire. I just feel like when I make these videos, I want to be a little bit more broad and not so specific on places, because I'm making a lot of money for a lot of realtors who are not even sending me a thank you letter. These videos have a huge economical impact. We are influencers. Don't want to be too specific because we're putting a lot of money into specific areas with these videos. To me, it's frustrating because I feel like I'm making these realtors a crap load of money and they should just kind of know to look out for me, but they really don't. So if you need a little bit more of a catered approach to finding a place to retire, feel free to hit me up at southernlifeyt@gmail.com and I can definitely help consult you in the right direction. There's also the sync button now, so you can just sync me directly through the video for giving you this information. Just that in the past, when I've made these types of videos and I see the huge economical impact when a video hits like 500,000 views, and you're like, oh crap, this video had a massive impact, bringing a lot of money to the area, putting a lot of people in the right directions, but all I'm getting out of it is a YouTube video. And I don't mind doing that, but now we're at an age where the realtors are the ones making the YouTube videos. And when they make the YouTube videos, they're making the YouTube videos to benefit them because they're the ones that are trying to sell you up on something. So yeah, they're doing it the other way around, and they're doing it so they can line their pockets. And I just hate when I go on YouTube and I see these videos that should be informative, and you can see right through the video that there's just like, it's like you're just shoving a commercial down their mouth. And these guys are very successful at it. But me, I could just sit down and make top 10 videos all day and they'll get 100 times more views than my drive around videos. But I feel like in the long run, the drive around videos help a lot more people specifically. And I do good on YouTube. Like, I don't really need a real estate license. My wife is starting to study for a real estate license. She'll get it eventually. She's been at it for a while. But like, I don't really care too much for the real estate license because I feel like just with the YouTube, I'm good. And then if I had the real estate license, I would start to sound like every other YouTube realtor. And that's definitely not the direction I want to take my channel. In fact, when I started my YouTube channel, I kind of started off unboxing some of the misinformation that was out there back then by people that were using YouTube just for that purpose. So we try to be as moral and ethical as we can when we do this work. feel like if I really wanted to be a realtor, I could really kick some butt, but I don't even have a GED yet. I would have to go first through getting my GED, then get the real estate license. And I'm so content with what I'm doing on YouTube that I feel like I'm almost above that in a way, since so many people get their real estate license and then it might take them a year before they can actually sell a house. You know what I mean? And they got more invested in it. And then they're not trying to sell a house to help people. They're trying to sell a house because they're so deep into this that they have to make back some of their money initially, because it is a very expensive process. But I feel like as a YouTuber, I'm just happy doing my YouTube, and I don't feel like I have to be pressured into making a list that's kind of well catered more to, you know, your personal needs. Some of these top 10 videos that are out there on the internet are done by people who don't travel, don't know these places. They just want to get on YouTube, make a video, get 1 million views, and get a huge check. But then the information that they're putting out there, they haven't really done the homework. We really take the slow approach at things. Like, we'll go out there, see the places once. Sometimes we'll even go to places 2 or 3 times before we make the video, or throw it on a top 10 list or something like that. That would really kind of comprehend that the content that I'm putting on the internet is content that's like unique. It's like hands-on. It's not something that we just made up. All right, guys, there it is. Top 10 best places to retire in the state of Florida. I think the state of Florida is almost catered to retirement, so there's so many options you can go with that are comfortable and easy. Just make sure when you start to research on the specific place you're going to retire in Florida that you're not conned by these like online realtors. I'll be honest, the more I see of Florida, the more I see that it's all basically the same thing. Well, before you get to the stage of retirement, it's a good time to start traveling more, seeing more places, and exploring more possibilities, so when you actually get to retirement, then you just have that much more knowledge, ready to make a better decision, really.